Hey guys, welcome to BP, the Bible Perspective. I want to talk about this whole free speech issue that has now dominated the airwave. Ever since social media, I think it's Twitter, now Google, has permanently banned President Trump. And then even now, the conservative alternative to Twitter, Parler, I think it's been banned or has threatened to be banned. I don't see this as a free speech issue. This is the narrative that conservative media is now trying to drive, which it's kind of funny because they're using their platforms to do exactly what and why President Trump was banned. The reason why he is banned because he's been inciting riots, rebellion, insurrection. And that's a problem. That's why they're banning him. Now, remember, he's been on these platforms forever, let's say his whole entire presidency. But when you incite people and then people act upon it, then that's a problem. That's why they're banning him. And we've just seen in the last week his supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol because they thought this is what he said. This is what he wanted. Free speech is a government issue. In other words, the government cannot regulate, hinder, pass laws that will stop your free speech. And of course, even with that, there is limitations, right? Like you can't yell fire in a theater. Well, the same thing, you can incite. These are private companies, however. And though if you want to say they might have a discrimination case, it's not a free speech case. Let me go back. And I don't think they're going to have a discrimination case because remember, the reason why the people are stepping up finally and saying you're not going to use our platform to incite rebellion, insurrection, war. So like in the case of Parler, people have been going to Parler because free speech. But extremely racist stuff has been spewed on that platform. And again, calls to arms, to war. Parler is on Google. So Google said you're not going to use our platform to spew that kind of hate. Ever since the insurrection, conservative news media has been framing a narrative that it's not Trump supporters. Now, why am I bringing this up? Not to rehash that, but they're lying. So here's my point. They're doing the very same thing. See, I can't go on Fox News and say and express certain views and challenge them. Sometimes people think if you go on these kind of media outlets, no, they won't let you on. They're going to hinder my free speech. I can go on on any one of their platforms and say, let's talk about the lies, the outright lies they tell. They've been lying for the last 4 years. Fox News withheld information on Stormy Daniels. But you can't go on. If you want to be on Fox News, you can't. You have to say, I'm going to be a team player. And there's only so far you can go with criticizing them. In other words, they're going to hinder your free speech. Same thing with what they call the MSM, or the mainstream media. There's certain views that won't be allowed. In other words, if I go on a View, for example, and they would never tolerate me on the View because I would challenge Whoopi Goldberg's views on abortion and things like that. And guess what? Those kinds of views are not welcome on The View. Well, the same thing with Fox News. Certain views are not welcome. The lies they tell about Black Lives Matter, the outright misrepresentation, and if you challenge it, guess what? You're not going to be welcome on there. Is that free speech? No, it's a platform. Here's my thing. If people like Trump, conservative, Parler, create your own platforms, right? And all what's going on here is that Google is saying you're not going to use our platform to lie or to incite riots. Actually, lying is not so much as the big thing is that they're worried about is what the main issue here is people are being incited to. They've been incited to anarchy, and that's what you saw last week. See, that's what you saw last week. Look, that's my perspective. Don't forget to like and share this video, and please subscribe to BP, the Bible Perspective. And as always, if you have a thought or comment, add it to the comment section below. All comments are welcome. Till next time, I'll see you then.